Hey there, E here from eEats and Healthy Treats with day 27 of the last 40 days of summer with a new salad each day. Today's salad is a vegan BLT salad featuring eggplant bacon, Boston lettuce, and tomato with an avocado dressing. Let's get into it. Today we'll start with prepping the eggplant to make into bacon. I'll cut the stem off. They tend to wrap around it, so I just slide my knife under one end and then cut the whole thing off. I'll then turn it around and cut off the other end. I'll bring my mandolin over to cut the eggplant into equally thin slices so they cook evenly. I have the blade set to 2, which I believe is about a ½ inch. I'll be very careful to keep my fingers out of the way and go slow and not force anything. That way nothing slips and I don't get an unexpected surprise and you don't have to see a bandage and glove for the next 13 videos. Yep, that's right, there's only 13 more days of official summer. Where I do like fall, it is my third favorite season because, well, winter comes next and there can be some pretty dreary days. Once the eggplant is cut, I'll lay them out on the cutting board in a single layer. Now I'll grab the smoked paprika, black pepper, salt, and red pepper flakes and add the maple syrup to it and mix that well. I'll take a pastry brush and spread the mixture on both sides of the eggplant slices. I just recently got this pastry brush. I had a few silicone ones, but they just don't hold content well or spread as easily. I'm really happy with how well this one works. Now, I know this is a vegan dish, and that is the case, but to be transparent, this brush is made from boar's hair. So depending on your reason for eating vegan, use whatever brush you're comfortable with for basting the eggplant. The boar hair is trimmed off the boar, much like a sheep is sheared of its fur to make wool products. Once the eggplant is all basted, I'll take a half sheet pan and spray it with cooking spray and then add the eggplant. And no, there was not just a glitch in the matrix, there really were 2 dogs that walked the same path that looked pretty similar. This will go into a 200-degree Fahrenheit oven for 2 hours. Next, I'll juice half of a lemon for our dressing. I'll add olive oil to a 2-cup liquid measuring cup. Then measure out 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice and add it to our dish, followed by some paprika and Dijon mustard. To the garlic clove, I'll cut one end off, which then popped the skin loose, so I'll just go ahead and simply remove it. I'll then slice it in one direction. And add it to our dish. No need to mince it, the blender will take care of the rest. Now I'll cut the avocado in half, cutting around the seed. Give it a good twist to break it apart. I'm only using half of the avocado, so I'll leave the other side with the seed in it to store for another dish. I leave the seed in the one I'm not using because it helps keep the middle section from oxidizing. I'll then peel the skin off the other half that's being used and add it to our container. Using my immersion blender, I'll mix this until smooth. I'm giving it a stir to check the consistency and make sure everything got mixed up well. I'll give it a taste. It needs a little salt. Not sure why I would forget about salt, because I do think it's a must-have with avocado. That is in my book. The consistency is still a little off, so I'll add another tablespoon of olive oil. And then mix it a bit more with the immersion blender. That's more like it. That's what I'm going for. And one more taste. It was good. Halfway into baking the eggplant, I'll check them. They seem to be doing great. I'll give them a flip and put them back in for another hour. The last step is to cut up the T in the BLT. I'll cut out the stem and end using a V-cut. Then slice it into 1/2-inch pieces. I'll then cut each of those pieces in half. And repeat for the other half of the tomato. I'll place all the pieces into a dish and set them to the side. Let's check back on that eggplant after 2 total hours. The first few are crispy. This piece is a little flimsy, so that one we will need to cook a little longer. So I'll remove the finished pieces and put the others back in the oven. Let's dish this up, starting with the bibb lettuce or Boston lettuce or butter lettuce. It goes by all 3 names. I'll tear that into bite-sized pieces. And really, this lettuce goes really well. It's very tender and works perfect. Then add the tomato. And we'll be generous with this. I mean, after all, it is a BLT salad. And we'll follow that up with the eggplant bacon. Now for the avocado dressing. I'm breaking a small piece off of the bacon to try. It's got a smoky sweet flavor with a bit of a spicy kick. Pretty darn good. Before we go into the taste test, I'm going to break up the bacon so it's easier to eat in the salad. The bacon should break up easily, if not like this piece, which we should have cooked a little longer. It's hard to eat that way if not crisp, so I'll set it to the side. Now for that taste. The eggplant bacon turned out better than I anticipated. It was smoky and sweet. The tomato was juicy, and the bibb lettuce was perfect for this, so tender and buttery. The avocado dressing mixed really well. Who needs bread when a BLT can be a salad? I hope you'll give it a try. Let me know in the comments what you think. Until later, be blessed and act in love. Enjoy!